Hello, the internet. It is me, Laura, and I am live. This is a semi-regular live stream that I do basically just to push myself out of my comfort zone and come at you live on the internet. And I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today, so I hope you stick with me and I hope you enjoy it. So over the course of the pandemic, over the course of the last year, I really got into tiki culture and tiki cocktails and things like that. And there's a lot of debate about what exactly is and isn't tiki. But for my money, my favorite parts include a tropical vibe, really cool surf music, and amazingly complicated cocktails. And if it has kind of a mid-century look to it, kind of like my own living room, that's a bonus. So I thought today I would show you how to make a classic Mai Tai, but it's not just any Mai Tai, it's a metaphor. So as I make this drink, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why and how you need to have a good classic recipe with great ingredients to make a good blog post and to make a good Mai Tai. So let's go ahead and start. I have all my ingredients here. What you need is a fresh lime juice, a couple of rums. I'm using Hamilton 151, and I am using Appleton Estates, both delicious. I also have some orange curacao, and I've got some syrups here, orgeat, and rich demerara simple syrup type thing. It's a sugary sweet syrup. So I'm going to put all these together and make a Mai Tai, which is one of the classic tiki cocktail recipes that originated in the 1930s. It gets made and remade all over the country and all over the world with different variations. And so one thing, if you are a tiki enthusiast and you're watching this, you'll see that not all of my ingredients are the exact ones you might find if you're in a professional tiki bar. And here's what I have to say about that. Sometimes you just have to use what you've got. The same is true for a blog post or for starting a business for that matter. You can take months and months and years to prepare. You can gather all the materials, you can do all your research, but sometimes you just have to get started. Sometimes you need a Mai Tai, you gotta use what you have, you make a Mai Tai. So, all right, let's start by adding some ingredients to the shaker. I've already put some ice in here. Let's start with here. We'll start with the rums, shall we? I will start with an ounce of Hamilton 151. Measure that out. Measuring your tiki cocktail is incredibly important. They need to be meticulously made. They're not the kind of thing where you can just dump a bunch of alcohol in and call it good. And then we are also going to put in over here our second rum, the Appleton Estates. So the rum, of course, is the most important part of a cocktail. And everything that you add to a tiki cocktail is meant to enhance the flavor of the rum. So for your cocktail as a metaphor, what we're saying here is the rum is basically your thesis statement. It's the most important part about your blog post. It's what you're actually writing about. It's so that your blog post doesn't go careening off into multiple directions. So you have one topic and you stick with it. All right, got that. And then we're going to add here the orange curacao. This is just a kind of an orange liqueur. And it adds a little color, a little flair, a little flavor. So it's what makes your message special. So let's stick that in there. All right. And once we've got the orange curacao, we are going to add, actually, I'm sorry, that was a half ounce of orange curacao. Don't follow my recipe by what I said. It's a half an ounce of orange curacao. And then I'm going to add, where is my lime juice? It's an ounce of lime juice. And so here, lime, of course, represents the sour ingredient. In any cocktail, you have to have tart. Look, I have a friend. And you have to have a tart component. And for a blog post, that is, what is the problem you solve? What's something that's a little sour that what you say can help somebody solve a problem in their own life, in their own business, whatever that is. And then we are going to add the orgeat here. And orgeat is it's a syrup made with almonds and orange flower. It's a very delicious syrup, and it's used very often in tiki cocktails. So I'm going to put a little 1/2 ounce of that. And then, so what that is, and I'm going out on a limb here with my metaphor, orgeat is made with nuts. Therefore, this represents the nuttiness of your blog post. And what I'm saying here is it represents humor. Humor is an important part of any blog post. It's good not to take things too seriously, or you can come off as a little condescending. Thank you for joining me, Toast. And so you're going to want a little bit of humor, a little bit of lightness to your post. And then I also have for us here a 1/2 ounce of, I've got Demerara simple syrup, which is Demerara is a type of sugar. It's a delicious sugar. We'll use it in tiki cocktails all the time. So I'm going to put a 1/2 ounce of that in there. There's that. All right. Now, just like your blog post, you're going to shake it all up. You're going to put that all together and shake it all up. Just like that. So, of course, you can write your blog post in linear time. That's perfectly fine. But sometimes it's nice to kind of shake it up a little bit, change the order of things, move the ideas around a little bit. That can be a creative, fun thing to do. So what I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to do what's called an open pour. That's because I want the ice in the glass, not just in the shaker. And I'm going to put it in this fancy here cocktail glass I have with artwork by Shag, the artist Josh Agel. This is not a metaphor. It's just that I really like this art, or maybe it is. It's sometimes okay to use influences from other places when you write your blog post. So let's do. And I want that last little bit without the rest of the ice. So I'm gonna tap that off and make sure I get every drop. All right, and we have your Mai Tai. Now, normally I would put an umbrella and some garnish and a straw in it, but I'm just gonna drink this. That is tasty. So if you wanted to, you can totally follow this and actually make a Mai Tai. But more importantly, this is about how you can use the right ingredients to make a great blog post, as long as you have a classic recipe. So you know that you need, let's see, what do you need? You need the statement thesis, which is your rum, which is the most important message that you're trying to send in your blog. You need a sour element like lime juice, how you take a problem, and the blog is going to show you how you solve that problem. You're going to need a little bit of humor, which is the nuttiness of the orgeat. You're going to need some sweetness and kindness, like this, hi Toast, like the syrup, the simple syrup and the Demerara syrup that you're going to add. And then you will need a little extra color, flavor, and flair, which is what makes your message special. And that for this drink is the orange curacao. I'll post the recipe in the comments below online, so you can definitely check that out. And I hope that you have enjoyed my recipe for a Mai Tai and a perfect blog post. I will see you all later. Thanks for joining me.